Hello everybody. In today's class, let us try to understand on the title, that is Modern Bank Management, in the Unit 1, Retail Banking. Myself Dr. Sreenivasaiah, Department of Collegiate Education, Government of Karnataka. The learning objective of this topic is to understand the types, features, merits and demerits of retail banking. Students will be able to understand these matters end of this session. Session outcome. The session outcome is the students will be able to understand the areas of operations in the bank after understanding the retail banking system. My presentation plan is like this: introduction to retail banking, meaning of retail banking, features of retail banking, objectives of retail banking, merits of retail banking, demerits of retail banking, and recap whatever I have presented. Same thing I am going to do a recap in the ending this slide. Further, the introduction to retail banking. Retail banking is also one of the segment banking methods. In the earlier class, I have told that segment banking were different categories of customers classified into a separate banking system. Here, retail banking, it is a practice of methods, a kind of a segment banking method. It is also known as consumer banking. Personal banking is a banking that provides financial services to the consumers as individuals, not businesses. Retail banking is a way for individual customers to manage their money, have access credit, and deposit their money in a secure manner. It has become most important banking segment due to changing lifestyle, fast improvement in information and communication technology, increasing in the level of income, increasing in the number of customers in banking business participation contributed for the growth of retail banking industry. Here we need to understand the lifestyle is changing. There is a fast improvement in the ICT and income of customers are also being increased. Due to all these things, a set of customers have been participated in the banking industry. This set of customer, it has been what we call it as a retail banking system. Though this retail banking system, it is in less kind of participation, less investment is made by each and every individual, but it constitutes more than 50% of bank business, that is in the retail banking segment. Further, what is the retail banking? Retail banking is customer banking where individuals use local branches of commercial banks which provide on-site customer service for all retail customer banking needs. It is a kind of a banking characterized a large volume of transactions, multiple products, multiple channels, multiple services. So here in the retail banking system, there is a practice of multiple channels, products and services being made in the retail banking system. These kind of multiplicity will enable to solve challenges faced by the bankers. When these kind of multiple services are being provided by the banker, the challenges faced by the banker also can be easily tackled. Further, growth of retail banking system. When does this retail banking system started growing its importance? The importance of retail banking, it has started growing after 1930s Great Economic Depression. In the 1930s Great Economic Depression, what has happened? When there is no money on the individual, in the hands of individuals, individuals are started demanding money with the banks. So then banks are no money, banks with left no money to pay the deposits to a customer. As a result, what has happened? Bankers were facing the problem to solve this problem. So therefore, they have given importance again new creation of, which means new account holder participation in the bank to pay the old deposits which have been made with the bank. Further, in 1970s stagflation. So here, what is a stagflation? Stagflation is a situation where stable economic growth and inflation. When the stable economic growth and inflation is taking place by hand, which means hand in hand, this situation it is said to be stagflation. The 1970s stagflation is also caused for the growth of these retail banking, which means to attract more customers into the system, giving importance in the personal banking segment. Further, in 2008 economic crisis, in the year 2008, there is an economic crisis that is called, global Lehman Brothers failure, that is failure in the housing market demand. As a result, so these in the international level, due to this subprime lending in the year 2008, global economic crisis happened. Due to this economic crisis also, there is a growth of retail banking has been started. Further, retail banking services. What are the services rendered by this retail banking? The services rendered by retail banking are saving accounts, checking accounts, mortgages, personal loan, debit card, credit cards, and certificate of deposits. These are the main services provided by the retail banking. So this retail banking is a personal banking segment. So where individuals have been given where large number of people are participated here, and also at the same time more quantity of deposits are also being involved in this banking segment. Objectives of retail banking. In the retail banking, all the needs of individual customers are taken care in the well-integrated manner. It is one of the top objective of the retail banking, which means all individual customer needs are well integrated manner. It has been taken care. Services to customer needs, whatever customer kind of services needed, so that kind of services being added in the retail banking system. Different services under one umbrella, which means when customer go to a bank, whatever the facility he wants it, suppose if he wants it any internet facility on his account, debit card facility on his account, credit card facility on his account, any other facility, insurance facility on his account, all the services of its personal account has been made. So therefore we can say that it is one of the important objective of this retail banking system? Serve to wealthy citizens. Here individual banking, that is retail banking system, it is also serving a wealthy citizens by opening the accounts. To encourage economic growth, obviously this retail banking, though the customers are opening the account with the minimum amount of money, when putting together all customers are coming together, when it is becoming big, it constitutes a large number. As a result, it is encouraging the growth engine of economic development. To provide correspondent banking system in the retail banking system, it is also conducting the branchless banking system. In the branchless banking system, where there is no bank branches, there is a bank correspondent. This bank correspondent, he is going and collecting the deposits. At the same time, whatever the withdrawals they need, it will be paid at their doorstep. So therefore, these are the important objectives of retail banking system we can come across. Further, features of retail banking. It is a customer-friendly banking system. In the retail banking, whatever customer needs, so that needs has been done here as a feature. Multiple products. Here we can find a kind of a multiple products like deposits, credit cards, insurance, investments, securities, all these kind of multiple products being traded here. Multiple channels of distribution. So as a banker here, they are going to conduct call center, branch, internet, or with all the facilities. Obviously, so retail banking has its own characteristic feature. So multiple customer groups. Here they have a customer groups as well, consumer, small business units and corporates. Here small units of corporates are also they are coming in the retail banking segment. Retail banking with an individual customers on both liabilities and asset side of balance sheet, that is fixed accounts, savings accounts. On liability side, mortgages, loan, example, personal, housing, auto and educational loan. On these asset side are more important of the products offered by the bank related to ancillary services, include credit cards, depository services, etc. So diversification of portfolio. Another important features of retail banking is diversification of portfolio. These diversification of portfolio, which means investing on various segments by taking money of the consumers for the purpose of reducing risk. It is also one of the features of a retail banking system. Then what are the merits of the retail banking system? The important merits of retail banking system is stable and constitute core deposits, which already we understand that it is a stable, which means all individuals commonly with their simple small savings, anyway they are coming to a bank for the banking purpose, that constitute a core deposit for a banker. Whatever savings they are making, with this all savings are coming to a bank, turning to a bank towards deposits. They are interest sensitive, which means if more are the interest, there will be a more of the deposits. So it is. So that it requires less bargaining for the additional interest. So since interest rates are decided by the central bank, so that is less bargaining. There is no question of bargaining here. Anyway, it's interest sensitive, which means to say that there will be when there is a more interest, obviously there will be a more deposits are coming towards bank. It is a practice of good customer relationship management method. So here, retail banking, when we are conducting with all needs, with all good with all good a kind of a relationship, so all customers will be happy about their banking system. They constitute low cost funds for the bank. So here no need advertisements for a banker. Customers themselves, they are going to a bank to deposit. So therefore there will be a low cost of capital for their deposits when customers are coming into a bank. Retail banking increases the subsidiary business of banks. So obviously retail banking, it is going to increases the subsidiary business of this retail banking system. Retail banking results better yield and improved bottom line for a bank. It is going to give a kind of a less risky investment for a banker, because all the retail customers will not come at a time to withdraw their deposits. As a result, banker can do a better business with a good relationship with the banker. Retail segment is a good avenue for a fund development. So obviously, as I told, a fund can be developed very easily with the help of this retail banking system. Consumer loans are presumed to be a lower risk and NPA perception. Consumer loans are presumed to be a lower risk means here there is a less amount has been sanctioned to a consumer. Obviously, one or the other way, customers are going to pay back. So therefore, we can say that it is a lower risk, and NPA, it is also going to be a less. It is not like a corporate loan. Retail banking helps economic revival of the nation through increased production activity. Sometimes, many of the time, what is going to happen, this retail banking is going to extend loan facility, the loan which are tied with the production. When the loans which are tied with the production, obviously, so the production activity has increased by purchasing these consumable goods. So therefore, ultimately, it is going to encourage economic development of the nation. Retail banking improves lifestyle, fulfill the aspirations of the people through affordable credit. So here there will be no expensive. This retail banking system, it is not an expensive. So customers need not maintain any kind of a balance, minimum balance with the bank. So in many of the banks, as a result, it is going to be a affordable kind of a banking system for a customer. Retail banking involves minimum marketing efforts in demand-driven economy. It is retail banking need not be a marketing effort. Only customers are directly coming to a bank for their deposit purposes. So therefore, it is one of the important merit which we can come across. Credit risk is diversified since loan amount is small, which means to say that loans have been extended to a consumer or a customer. It is in small in number, so therefore risk is also very less in the bank. So, say example, take Vijay Mallya in the corporate loan. Vijay Mallya and other big businessmen, the Nirav Modi, then whatever the money they have taken from the bank, it is in big. When that amount to constitute to that amount, when so much of numbers of individual customers to take loan, but when it is taken loan in the individual customer, since it is very small, so therefore less risky for a banker. What are the demerits of retail banking? In the retail banking, it has certain demerits. Designing own and new financial products it's very costly and time consuming for a bank. So on the other hand, though there are merits, we can say it is designing for a new product to a bank. Obviously, it's going to be a little expensive one. Consumer nowadays prefer net banking instead of branch banking. Customers are doing banking only on internet now. What is happening is not coming towards a branch banking. Anyway, it is also one of the, though it's a demerit, we can say it is a branch of it. The banks that are slow in introducing technology, banks are not introducing technology in fast. It is also one of the demerits. Customers are attracted towards other financial products like mutual funds. In the consumer retail banking segment, mutual funds are getting it's attracted. So therefore, maybe this is also one of the demerit of a retail banking system. Though banks are investing heavily in technology, they are not able to exploit the same to a full extent. Here, technology-based banking activity, again, there is a unit cost is expected to increase with the banker. Obviously, same risk cannot be transferred to customer. A major disadvantage is monitoring, follow-up, huge volume of lower account, introducing banks to spend heavily on human resource department. So what is happening? Human resource department anyway that is there. The huge technology spending has to take place. With all these things, there is a demerit with this retail banking system. Long-term loan like housing, due to its long-term repayment term, its absence of proper follow can become NPA. Here, what has happened in the retail banking system? Since house loans are in the long term, when they are not able to, if any not follow-up is not taking place, it may turn into non-performing asset by a retail banking segment. So these are the demerits point which we can come across with the retail banking system. Recap. So in this session, whatever we have learned here, meaning of retail banking system. Retail banking system, it is a method of banking practice where a segment of banking, particular segment, a personal banking, a consumer banking, a large set of population is going to come to a bank, and though there is a small amount of investment, it constitutes a big method of banking practice. It is said to be a retail banking. Then types in the retail banking, maybe these different set of customers being added, it has been discussed. Then features, what are the features are there in the retail banking, that also been discussed. Merits, what are the different merits in the important merits of retail banking, where it is customer driven, integrated management of customer interest has been taken care. And demerits, another very important demerits, ICT, it is becoming an expensive one. Obviously, the same expenditure cannot be transferred to a customer, unit cost. So therefore, it is also one of the demerit of this retail banking management. So therefore, these are the things which we come across, which we understand in this session. So thanking you, my dear all. Kindly do well.